President John Dramani Mahama has called on African nations to take firm control of their future, urging greater unity, resilience and collaboration across the continent to drive sustainable development. Speaking at a state banquet held in honor of Zimbabwean President Emerson Mnangagwa, President Mahama said Africa is at a pivotal moment in its history where collective action and shared vision are crucial. President Mahama emphasized that deeper cooperation among African countries remains key to unlocking economic growth and addressing common challenges. He pointed to the strengthening relationship between Ghana and Zimbabwe as a clear example of what continental partnerships can achieve. He added that both nations are committed to translating their long-standing historical ties into tangible benefits for their citizens. The president also revealed that Ghana and Zimbabwe would engage in bilateral talks aimed at strengthening cooperation with plans to formalize agreement. He further commended Zimbabwe's resilience in the face of prolonged economic sanctions, describing the country as a symbol of endurance on the continent.
As we strengthen our bilateral relations, we remain equally mindful of our collective responsibilities within Africa and the wider global community. The African Continental Free Trade Area presents us with a historic opportunity to deepen intra-African trade, build resilient value chains, and unlock the full economic potentials of our continent. At the same time, we must continue to speak with a united voice on global issues, whether in advocating for reforms in international financial institutions or promoting fairer global governance systems or pursuing justice through reparative frameworks for historical injustices that have been perpetrated. In the short time of your visit to your in-laws, I trust that you will experience not only the warmth of your Ghanaian family, but also the vibrancy of our culture, the resilience of our people, and the richness of our shared heritage. We hope that you will leave our shores with a renewed sense of the closeness that defines the relationship between our two countries. May the friendship between Ghana and Zimbabwe continue to flourish. May the bonds between our two peoples grow even stronger. May our shared journey as African nations be guided by unity, purpose, and hope.
President John Dramani Mahama called for sweeping reforms in global governance systems, urging African nations to unite and speak with one strong, coordinated voice on international issues. He stressed that Africa's influence on global stage depends largely on unity, strategic cooperation, and shared purpose among its countries.
Tonight, therefore, we're not only honored by your visit, but we also celebrate a partnership that continues to evolve. We reaffirm our shared commitment to deepening this cooperation, particularly in trade, investment, and economic transformation, and our two countries recognize the immense opportunities before us, and we're determined to translate our historic ties into tangible benefits for our people. Tomorrow at the historic Pedwasi Lodge, we hold bilateral meetings between our two countries and look forward to signing many more memoranda of understanding that will bring us even closer together. Africa stands at a defining moment in its journey. Across our continent, there is renewed determination to shape our own destinies, to tell our own story, and to build resilient and prosperous societies. And no other country has experienced this than Zimbabwe, living under sanctions for so many years. In this context, partnerships such as that between Ghana and Zimbabwe took on an even greater significance. They remind us that while geography may separate us, history and indeed destiny binds us together.